Wishing everyone a happy Saturday. The results are in. I want to congratulate Joe Biden and Kamala Harris for becoming president and vice president. I also congratulate the Trump campaign for running a hardcore, good, competitive race. The congratulations are coming in from all over the world. British Prime Minister has sent his congratulations. Canadian Prime Minister has sent his congratulations. Israeli Prime Minister has sent his congratulations. And it's time for both sides to pull together now and move on, right? And in our live feed yesterday, it got a little bit heated. I may have lost a couple of subscribers. That's okay. I'm not here to please people or bow down to people. Everyone has their own opinion. If you want to create your own channel, by all means, go out there, get your own following. It's a lot of work, right? But you must never stray from your core beliefs. That's all I have to say. So with that being said, business as usual, right? Politics aside, had a little bit of fun there. Even with new funding, Uber has asked whether Uber Freight fits. Does Uber Freight fit into their entire model? Interesting question. They're not doing badly, at least better than, other divisions like Uber Elevate, which is the aerial transportation, or their electric vehicle, their driverless automated division is really, really doing poorly. But Freight seems to be doing okay. Uber Freight had a strong quarter compared to last year, but in the company's earnings call, the one question asked about the unit of the larger Uber Technologies was one that has dogged it for a while. Does it fit inside Uber? Right? Does it make it sense? Does it fit into that type of app model? Maybe they're going to offload it for a lot of money. Uber Freight's revenue climbed 32% from the third quarter of last year, jumping to $288 million from $218 million. Freight's adjusted earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization, EBITDA, improved to a $73 million loss from $81 million last year. So not making money. In none of their divisions, they're making money. They're not making money in the rideshare department. They're not making money in Uber Eats. They're not making money in their trucking division. They're losing a lot of money in their automated division. They're losing a lot of money in their Elevate division. So, and surprisingly enough, their stock is doing okay, which really, really I find fascinating, that their stock is still, is now up to sort of like mid 40s. I'm blown away by that, right? A company that's producing loss after loss after loss, it hasn't shown any model towards producing any healthy numbers, suddenly got a rebound. Must be the results from Proposition 22 that they won on that one. So freight margins were up 12 percentage points year over year, but weakened 2 percentage points sequentially from the second quarter. But during the Q&A part of the earnings call, CFO Nelson Chai and CEO Dara Khosrowshahi had to address that nagging question about fit. Does it fit in there? But the question came up even though Uber Freight just a bit more than 1 month ago raised $500 million from Greenbrier Equity Group, putting the valuation of the digital brokerage at $3.3 billion models. My hair's gone all wacko there. Chai acknowledged that the two largest segments of Uber Technologies, its mobility division and its delivery group, had obvious synergies as drivers can choose to work for both segments. The analyst who asked the question about whether Uber Freight fits wondered whether that division is operating in a vacuum. I think that's a very, very legitimate question. Chai said there is overlap with some of the back-end technology that is being used by mobility and delivery, but conceded that it is not a consumer-facing business like its sister operations, but he added, "We think it's attractive." With the recent fundraising, Chai added, "We believe it will allow us to fund freight until it's profitable." He said the freight group continues to scale and grow, while he said there might be a time when the company no longer sees Uber Freight as a fit. Right now, we like what we see from the freight business. Khosrowshahi challenged the idea that there were no great synergy possibilities with Uber Freight. He said the group does benefit from Uber's marketplace and pricing technology that is produced by its current technical staff. Khosrowshahi also noted that the Uber Freight business is now focused on delivery from the warehouse to the store. You can imagine a world where we start chaining together warehouse to last mile, and I think that's a solution that we are uniquely suited to bring. In its prepared statement announcing earnings, Uber touted the freight segment's new Uber Freight Enterprise platform, a significant addition to its offerings that allows shippers greater control over their freight. Overall, Uber's net loss of 62 cents per share missed Wall Street's expectations by 2 cents per share. Revenue of $2.8 billion was down 20.4% from the corresponding quarter of 2019 and missed projections by $380 million. Uber stock was down approximately 1.9% after the close. The earnings call gave Khosrowshahi his first opportunity to speak publicly about the victory of Proposition 22 in California, which was heavily backed by Uber and took up app-based drivers like those at Uber and Lyft out from under AB 5, the law that would classify more gig workers as employees. We should be adding gig work to make it better rather than getting rid of it in favor of employment, he said. Uber isn't done, he added. We will go forward with other Prop 22 type laws. So get ready, buckle up, other states, because it's coming your way. Do feel free to share your comments on this. Huge shout out to Cover, Kover, starting at $7 a month. You have your auto insurance, you have your health insurance. Go and get yourself a gig protection plan. If things go wrong, if you get wrongfully terminated, they have a partner called Legal Rideshare that sends out the letters that gets you back into the seat. If you are in an accident, if you end up in the hospital, your car ends up in the body shop, they kick in and they cover 80% of your lost earnings. It also has a 24/7 health service. You can advance yourself monies, forward yourself monies. Truly a great service for the small fee. And that's just extra 1 or 2 trips per month. That's nothing. Now, the partner Legal Rideshare up in Chicago, they specialize in injuries and property damage and wage loss. God forbid, I hope it never happens to you. But if you do get into an injury, if your car is totaled, they will handle your entire insurance claim and go after the company. They only get paid when you get paid, and they are the leaders, the legal team, you could say, that is specialized and focused on this industry. They're the best of the best, and they're up in Chicago. Hit them up, legalrideshare.com. Be safe.